The novel Prince and the Pauper, Chapter 3, Tom's meeting with the prince. In the last session, we discussed Tom's early life. Today, in this session, we are going to discuss how the two protagonists, two main characters, meet each other in the palace. We know now Tom has a great desire to meet a prince. Now, in this chapter, that desire comes true. That desire comes true. Chapter 3, Tom's meeting with the prince. Okay. Tom got up hungry and sauntered hungry. Walked. Saunters means just moved or walked. Hungry away. But with his thoughts busy with the shadowy splendors, still thinking of his thoughts are still busy about the shadowy splendors, beauties. Splendors means of his night's dream. Every night he has a dream, not only one dream, many dreams of a princely life in a palace. He wandered, he moved, sauntered, wandered. They have the same similar meanings. Wandered here and there in the city, hardly noticing, not seeing. Hardly noticing means not seeing where he was going or what was happening around him. Now, Tom walks here and there in the town, not knowing what he does or what he is noticing or seeing around him. Right? People jostle him, and some gave him rough speech. By and by, he found himself at Temple Bar. Tom gradually comes to the place known as Temple Bar. The farthest from home. He has come home, far away. He had never traveled in that direction. Now, Tom gradually walks out of the city. He comes towards the palace. I will skip this part, this description. Then I go to next page. Go to next page. To this situation. Okay. To this situation. Okay, I think you have found the place. Now, after walking through the city, Tom comes out of the city and walks towards the palace. Finally, he is at the palace gate. Right? Please write down this. This situation the situation takes place. The situation takes place when Tom is at the royal gate, right? At the royal gate. Write it down by the side of this paragraph because it is questioned at the examination. The situation is questioned in contest questions, right? The situation takes place when Tom is at royal gate. Now let's listen to that description. At each side of the gilded gate. Gilded means golden. The royal gate is golden. There was a living statue. A living statue. What is this living statue? It's a soldier, a guard. That is to say, an erect, very straight, erect, stately, royal, and motionless, not moving, man-at-arms. Man-at-arms means a soldier with his weapon. They are the guards of the royal gate. They are clad means dressed from head to heel, from head to feet, in shining steel armor, in shining steel. Steel means metallic or metal. Armor. Armor means war suit, soldier suit. At a respectful distance, at some considerable, respectful means some considerable distance, there were many country folk. There were some village people, ordinary people. Country folk means ordinary people, and people from the city. They are waiting for the chance glimpse of. These people are waiting for the chance. Chance means a quick or accidental glimpse of royalty. Glimpse means sight, picture. Now they are waiting at the royal palace gate to see somebody from any royal person from the royal palace. That is their custom. Ordinary people come to this place every day to see anyone of the royal family because they are very secretive. Royal family members are secretive. They rarely come out of their palace, only if they need. Therefore, so many people gather at the royal gate to see any of the royal family members. Splendid carriages, beautiful carts. Carriages means horse carts, with splendid people, beautiful people in them, and splendid servants, beautiful servants outside. They were coming and departing, leaving by the through other noble gateways. Noble gateways means gates. The great, noble means great. Now, beautiful people, beautiful carriages, they are going here and there, in and out of the palace through many other gateways that fixed to the royal enclosure. Royal wall. Enclosure means royal wall. Now Tom is at the royal gate. Poor little Tom, in his rags, approached. He came, approached, and was moving slowly and timidly. Slowly, softly, timidly, past the sentinels. Sentinel means gatekeepers. So guards, he is walking past the guards with a beating heart, and rising hope. Now Tom has a beating heart. His heartbeat is very high, and he is also full of hopes. He is hopeful that he can see the prince today. When all at once he caught sight of, all at once, quickly, he noticed through the golden bars. Here, golden bars means the golden gates. He saw through the golden gates a spectacle. Spectacle means a beautiful scene that almost made him shout for joy. He's very happy to see this scene. What is the scene? What is the spectacle? Within was a comely boy. Within the palace was a comely. Comely means very attractive, pleasant, a nice boy, tanned and brown, fair colored. Tan and brown means fair colored, right? Fair colored. Skin is fair colored. Whose clothing was of lovely silk and satins. His clothes are made of lovely silk and satins. Beautiful. Now, silk and satins, they are very expensive clothing material. Now, this cloth, the prince's costume, is symbolic of his rich life, his privileged life, his luxurious life, happy life, shining with jewels, all decoration, jewelry. At his hip, by the hip, there was a little jeweled sword, a decorated sword, and a dagger. Dagger is also some kind of knife. Now, these are prince's weapon, sword and dagger. Dainty buskins on his feet, soft shoes. Dainty buskin means soft or beautiful shoes on his feet. His feet is worn with beautiful shoes. They have red heels, red bottoms. Heels means bottom, red heels. And his head, on his head, on the head of the prince, there was a jaunty, very beautiful crimson cap. Red cap, crimson means red cap, with drooping plumes, hanging plumes, feathers. And they are fixed with a great sparkling gem, a shining gem. These things are fixed with shining gems. Several gorgeous, yes, this part is not in your book, right? Oh, he was a prince, a living prince. Now Tom's desire comes true. Tom's great desire comes true. Oh, he was a prince, a living prince, a real prince. Without a shadow of question, there is no doubt. He is really a prince. Now Tom identifies the prince, Edward Tudor. Edward Tudor through the gate of the palace. Tom is very happy now. His desire, his wish comes true finally. Tom's breath came quick and short with excitement. His eyes grew big with wonder and delight. Now Tom's eyes are bigger with excitement and wonder and delight. Happiness. Delight means happiness. Everything gave way. Everything forgot in his mind instantly, quickly, to one desire. Now he has only one desire. That was to get close to the prince. Now Tom's new desire, Tom's new wish is to get close to the prince. Now prince is far away from him, but now he wants to be close to the prince and have a good devouring look, deep, detailed look to have a close look. Deeper in look means close look at him. Before he knew what he was about, he had his face against the gate bars. Now he holds the royal gate and keeps his head through it to have a close look. The next instant, next moment, one of the soldiers snatched him. Snatch means took him away rudely, wickedly. One of the soldiers took away, snatch means took away from the gate and sent him. Sent him means tossed him or chased him, spinning, turning among the gaping, wandering. Gaping means wandering crowd of country gawks, country people, and London idlers, lazy people. The soldier said, now soldier harasses Tom. He hits Tom. Mind thy manners, thou young beggar. Hey, young beggar, keep your manners. Keep your manners. Go away. The soldier hurts Tom, throwing him out of the royal gate. The crowd jeered and laughed. The crowd, people, laughed critically. But the young prince sprang to the gate. The young prince, Edward Tudor, he happens to see this brutal treatment. Therefore, he comes to the royal gate with his face flushed, red. Flushed means red. His eyes flashing, shining with indignation, anger. Indignation means anger. Now, the prince from the royal palace happens to see this bad treatment of the soldier on a little boy. Therefore, the prince comes to the gate with an angry mood. Now he says, how dare, that means how dare thou use your, thou means you treat a poor lad, poor boy, lad means boy. How dare you treat a poor boy like that? How dare you use the king, my father's meanest subject? That boy is my father's meanest subject, lowest citizen. Subject means a citizen. How dare you treat such a poor, meanest or lowest citizen? He is my father's lowest citizen. Open the gates and let him come in. Now, the prince gives the command to the royal gatekeepers to let Tom come into the palace. Now you know what happens. The two protagonists, they meet, right? They meet. Okay, now let's see what they speak. You should have seen the fickle crowd. Now, writer speaks to us. First person point of view. You should have seen the fickle crowd, how these ordinary people, useless people, snatch off their hats, removed, snatch off means removed their hats to respect the prince, removed their hats to respect the prince. You should have heard them cheer and loudly shout, long live Prince of Wales, long live the Prince of Wales. Now people greet the little prince now at the gate. The soldiers presented arms with their halberds, soldiers with the halberds. Now halberd is a weapon, a spear-like weapon. Opened the gates and presented again, came again, and the little prince, underline, the little prince of poverty passed in his fluttering rags to join hands with the prince of limitless plenty. Now, this is a new situation. Write down the situation. Right? The situation takes place. The situation takes place when Tom and Edward, when Tom and Edward, or Tom and the prince, meet for the first time. At the examination, this is question, situation, right? The situation takes place when Tom and Edward meet for the first time, right? Situation. Situation is questioned. I will give you some questions in this session today, right? Now let's listen to their speech, their conversation. Now the two protagonists, two main characters may meet. Two main characters meet at the royal gate. Thou lookest hungry, tired and hungry. You look tired and hungry. Thou means you have. You have been treated ill. Come with me, let's go. Now in this way, the prince welcomes Tom kindly. Kindly. The prince is kind-hearted boy. Half a dozen attendants. Half a dozen means 6. 6 servants came forward, sprang forward, came forward. I do not know what interfere. Again, the writer, these are writer's thoughts. To trouble, interfere means trouble, no doubt. But they were waved aside. Waved aside means moved away. They were moved away with right royal gesture, with a royal signal. Gesture means signal. They stop. They stop, stick still. There is nice alliteration, you see. They stop without moving. Where they were like so many statues. Another literary device, simile. Like images, like statues. They stop on the same place. Edward took Tom to a rich apartment. A rich room, beautiful room, place. Apartment means here place in the palace, which is called his cabinet. The princess' small palace in the big palace is called cabinet. Remember this word, cabinet. By a command, by a princess' command, a repast means very rich, good dinner was brought, such as Tom had never encountered. Tom had never met. Encountered means met such food before this, only except in the books. He has heard or seen this type of food items only in the books. The prince with the princely delicacy, princely softness, kindness, delicacy means breeding, upbringing, character, sent away the servants, removed all servants from the cabinet, so that therefore his humble guest, his humble visitor might not be embarrassed, inconvenienced, or disturbed by their critical presence. Now, their discussion, their conversation begins. Right. What is thy name, lad? The prince questioned. Now, this is the first time the prince Edward meets a beggar boy. He has never seen a beggar boy like this. Therefore, Tom is a very strange, wonderful character, person to little prince. What is thy name? Thy means your. What is your name, boy? Lad means boy. Tom Canty, ain't it please thee, sir? Please, sir. Please, sir. My name is Tom Canty. It is. Tis means it is an odd one. Your name is strange. Odd means strange, not familiar. Strange. Where does live? Where do you live? Now, the prince wants to know everything about Tom. In the city, please, thee, sir. In the city, sir. Awful Court. I live at Awful Court, out of Pudding Lane, away from Pudding Lane. Awful Court? Truly. Tis another odd one. Awful Court, I've never heard. Another odd name, strange name. Has parents. Have you got parents? Parents have I, sir. Yes, sir, I have parents. Parents have I. What is a simple English used here? Parents I have. Granddam. A granddam means grandmother. I have grandmother. Likewise. But differently, unlovingly. Indifferently means not loving, unkindly. Precious to me. She is important. Precious means important. Valuable to me. Now Tom says, I have parents, mother and father, and also a grandmother, but she is an indifferent character. Not a loving, considerable or sensitive person. She is not very important to me. God forgive me, please forgive me if I be offense to say, if it is wrong, offense means wrong, if it is wrong to say. And I also have twin sisters, two sisters, Nan and Beth. Then the prince questioned, then is thy grandam, is your grandam not overkind, not too loving? Overkind means not too loving to you. I take it, I understand that way. This grandam is not a loving grandmother to you. She's a wicked woman. Isn't that so? Then Tom says, neither to any other is she. No, sir, she is not kind to anyone. She is a wicked grandmother. Please your worship, my lord. Please your worship means my lord. She hath means has. She has a wicked heart. She has very bad heart, cruel heart, evil heart. And she worketh. She does evil. Worketh means does evil things, bad things, wicked things, all her days. During the daytime, nighttime, she is evil. She has no goodness. Tom comments, criticizes his grandmother. Does she mistreat thee? She refers to this grandmother. Does this grandmother mistreat, harass, harm, hurt, mistreat? Hurt you? Harass you? Thee means you. Then Tom says, there are times that she stayeth her hand. Stayeth means she keeps her hand down when she is asleep, when she is sleeping, or overcome with drunk. Overcome with drunk. When she is not drunk. Not drunk. This grandmother takes liquor, get drunk every day. And after that, she beats Tom. That is a hobby. The grandmother's hobby is to beat Tom after drinking. She's a wicked grandmother. That's why Tom does not like her. But when she hath her judgment clear, but when she has her good sense, judgment clear means good sense. Note it down. When she has good sense, she maketh it up to me. She does not keep away. She comes to me with goodly beatings. When Tom's grandmother is drunk or sleeping, she does not beat Tom. But when she has a good judgment clear, when she has good judgment, good sense, she beats Tom again. Now, this is Tom's miserable life at home. Even her family members, some of her family members abuse Tom in an evil way. The prince is not happy about the situation. A fierce look, dangerous look came into the little prince's eyes. He cried out, he shouted, "What? Beatings? She beats you?" Then Tom says, "Oh, indeed, yes, sir, please. Yes, sir, she beats me." Beatings? The prince repeats it. Why? The prince has never received any beatings, any punishments from his parents. Therefore, this physical harassment is something wonderful to this little boy, little prince. Therefore, he questions repeatedly, "Beatings? Thou so frail." Weak, frail means you are very weak and small boy. Why do they beat you? A harky, listen. Harky means listen. Before the night comes, before the night comes, she shall hie her, she will come to the tower. I mean here, she herself will come to the tower. Tower means palace. Now prince thinks of punishing, bringing this evil grandmother to the royal palace and to give her some punishment. Now we can see some good friendship, intimacy is gradually developing between the two characters. When they come to know each other better, they gradually become friends. They gradually become friends. Some intimacy, friendship. In sooth, really, you forget her low degree, her bad situation, condition. She's very bad woman. Forget it, sir. This tower, the tower means the palace. The palace is only for the great alone, only for the great people. Only for the great people. True indeed, yes, really. I had not thought of that. No, I never thought of that, Tom. I will consider of her punishment. I will think of her punishment later. Right. Now, Prince forgets the evil grandmother, like Tom. Is thy father kind to thee? What about your father? Is he a kind man? That is John Canty. We know Tom's father is John Canty. Not more than Gamma Canty. He is not different from Gamma Canty, grandmother. Gamma Canty means grandmother. He is not different from grandmother, sir. He is also the same. They have the same qualities. My father is also an evil person, wicked person. Then Prince's father is also a wicked person. Therefore, Prince says, fathers be alike, mayhap. Sometimes all fathers are like that. All fathers are like that. Because King Henry is also evil, wicked person, not for the prince, but for the people. Mine hath not. Mine means my father. My father also has not a doll's temper, soft heart. Doll's temper, soft heart. He smiteth, he beats. Smiteth means he punishes with a heavy hand. Yet spareth me. Spareth means leaves me, forgets me, but he does not punish me. But he spareth me not. He does not leave me always with his tongue, with his words. With his tongue means with his words, with his mouth. But he blames me. He does not physically punish me, but he blames me. Sooth to say, actually, I am speaking the truth. How doth your, thy means your. How is your mother? How does she treat you? Your mother? Then Tom gives a good credit to his mother. She is good, sir. My mother is a good woman, sir. She gives me neither sorrow nor pain. My mother does not give me any sorrow or any pain. She is a good-hearted woman. I love my mother. She loves me. So do I. And Nan, my sisters, Beth and Nan, they are also like to her. They are also like my mother. They are also kind-hearted. How old be these? How old are these sisters? Your sisters? Then Tom says, 15. My sisters are 15. Please, you, sir. Then Prince also refers to his sisters. The Lady Elizabeth. Now, Elizabeth is Prince's sister. Lady Elizabeth, my sister is also, she is 14. And Lady Jane Grey, my cousin sister, she is of my age. She is of my age. Sometimes 13 or 12. And comely, they are very pleasant and grace, beautiful, gracious. They are very attractive girls. I have another sister, my sister, but my sister, Lady Mary, the Lady Mary, she has a gloomy mien. Gloomy mien means dark mood, angry mood. She has always an angry face. The prince does not like this elder sister, Mary, because she is always angry, because she does not love laughing. She thinks laugh is a sinful thing. Do thy sisters forbid their servants? Do your sisters forbid? Stop. Forbid means stop. Their servants from smiling because sin destroy their souls, because laughing is a sin and it destroy their hearts, souls, spirit. Then Tom says, they, my sisters? Oh, do you think, sir, they have servants? Oh, sir, my sisters do not have servants. Do you think they have servants? No, my sisters have no servants like your sisters have. The little prince contemplated. This is a new point, new knowledge. Now the prince thinks all people of his country live like him. All people of his country live like him, the same life. But You know, palace life and ordinary life is completely different. In the palace, there lives privileged persons, rich people. But outside the palace, there is unprivileged, poor people. They do not have a luxurious, comfortable, happy life as the palace people, right? The little pauper contemplated means thought, gravely, seriously, a moment, gravely means seriously, and said, and Preeti, please, why not? Why don't they have servants? Now the prince questions, why don't you sisters have no servants? Who helpeth them? Who helps them? Undress at night. Undress at night means change clothes. Who help them to change their clothes at night before sleeping? Who attireth them? Who dresses them? Attireth means dresses them when they get up next morning. Now these are the questions the prince has. Without servants, how do your sisters manage their lives? Without servants, I don't know how. Because at the palace, I have so many servants. My sisters have so many servants. But how do your sisters live without servants? That is Prince's question. But Tom open-heartedly, openly mentions, none, sir, we have no servants, sir, none. None means no. They would have them take off their garments. They themselves change their dresses. They have no servants. They themselves change their dresses. They remove their dresses. Take off means remove their dresses at night before sleep and sleep without any special clothing. Like the beasts, like animals. Tom's sisters, even Tom himself, has only one piece of dress. Therefore, these sisters, they have no servants or they have no clothing, only one frock. They remove it at night and sleep among the hay, under the hay. Following morning, they get up and get dressed themselves. That's all. A simple life. The prince is quite worried. Their garment, their dress, have they but one? Have your sisters only one frock, one garment, one dress? Oh, good your worship. Oh, my Lord, what would they do with more? What is the use of more garments? They do not need much clothing. Truly, really, they have not two bodies each. Two bodies means two dresses. They have not two dresses, only one for each. That's all. Now the prince is really worried about this situation. Now he gradually comes to know the life outside the palace is not like life inside the palace. There is a difference. The prince gradually comes to know it. This knowledge, this new knowledge makes him marvelous, quaint. Quaint means strange, and marvelous, wonderful, unbelievable. Marvelous means thought. Thy pardon, I am very sorry. Pardon me, sorry. I had not meant to laugh. No, I do not want to laugh at you. But thy good Nan and Beth, your good sisters, Beth and Nan, underline, shall have raiments and lackeys enough. Underline. Now, the prince gives a promise. What is the promise? Your two sisters will have raiment. Raiment means clothing. Cloth, lackeys. Lackeys means servants. Enough. Enough means enough. The prince promises, Your two sisters will have enough servants and clothing. I'll promise. I will send them to you. Soon, quickly. Two, my cofferer, my treasurer, my financial minister, my financial officer, cofferer, shall look to it. He will look to it. He will be responsible to it. Don't worry. No, don't thank me now, Tom. No. Right? It's nothing. It's very simple thing. Right? Now you can see Edward's kind-hearted, generous nature. His generous character, kind-hearted boy. He feels others suffering, sensitive. Edward has very sensitive heart, not them down. Write it down. He has very sensitive heart. He feels others suffering, others problems. A good thing for a leader. A leader's heart should be sensitive to people suffering. It means Edward is going to be a good king in future, unlike Henry. Good king. Thou speakest well. You speak very well. Speakest well. Now the prince admires, appreciates Tom's language. Why? Tom does not speak awful, filthy, abusive, unpleasant language. Tom speaks a royal language. Learn from his books. You have an easy grace, beauty. Easy grace, easy beauty and talent. You have some beauty and talent in speaking. Art learned. Are you educated? Have you been to school? Have you been to school? Now we know for the poor people, there is no education. Education is only for the privileged, rich people. For the poor people, there are no schools and education. Tom learns from Father Andrew. Right? Right? Then Tom says, I know not, I do not know if I am or not, sir. I do not know, sir, I am educated or not. Tom has no understanding. The good priest, Father Andrew. The good priest refers to Father Andrew. Note it down. Father Andrew, called Father Andrew, taught me. He taught me out of his kind-hearted, from his books. Then Prince questions, knows thy Latin? Do you know Latin? Can you speak Latin? Because Latin was the second language of England during the 15th century. English is their mother tongue. Latin is the second tongue, like ours. Sinhala or Tamil, they are our mother tongues. English is our second language. Latin? Do you know your Latin, Tom? Then Tom says, but scantily. Scantily means roughly, not well, but a little bit of Latin. I doubt, I think. Learn it, lad. Learn it, lad. Learn Latin, boy. It is hard only at first. At first, it is somewhat hard. But later, it is easier. The Greek language is hard. The most difficult language is hard. Tom, Greek is very difficult. But neither these. This means Greek or Latin. No, or any tongues. Tongues means any language or any language, I think, are hard to Lady Elizabeth and my cousin, Lady Jane Grey. Now, Prince says, my sisters, Elizabeth and Jane Grey, they speak Latin, Greek, and all other languages. They know them. They are not difficult for them. Right. Thou should hear, you must hear. You must listen how those damsels, how those girls, damsels means girls, ladies, how those ladies speak. those languages. They are very beautiful in it. Okay, but tell me of thy awful court. Tell me, describe me your house awful court. I'd like to know it. Ah, awful court. Hast thou a pleasant life there? Have you a nice life there at awful court? Then Tom says, he describes. Now, all this part relates to Tom's life at awful court. What does Tom say? In truth, really, sir. Please, you, sir. Say one is hungry, except for hunger. Save means except. Except for hunger. Hunger is a main problem at awful court, but we don't care it. There be Punch and Judy shows. There are fighting shows. Entertainment. Now Tom refers to entertainments at awful court every night. Judy shows. There are monkey shows. They are very antique creatures, very primitive. Antique means very primitive animals. Monkey shows. They are bravely dressed, very colorfully, beautifully dressed. And there be plays. There are dramas. Plays means here dramas. Where there are action dramas, where they means the characters that play, the characters who act, play means act, do shout and fight, shout and fight till all are slain, until all are down or killed, right? Really real dramas. Very funny to see. It's so fine to see, funny to see. And costeth, it costs, it values a farthing. A farthing is some value of money, something like $1 or something like a rupee or something like a yen or euro, like that. You need a farthing. Farthing is a big amount according to that time. You need a farthing to watch these dramas. Ticket is 1 farthing. It is main hard, albeit means although, it's very difficult, main hard means, to get a farthing, to find this farthing. Finding money is very difficult at awful court because there is little money. No one is rich. Everyone is happy, poor, but happy. That is the idea. We are not rich, my dear prince. We do not have much money, but still we have happy life at awful court. Tell me more, tell me more. The prince is attracted to this new life. Because in the palace, the prince never experiences such a happy life. He has a rich life, but his life is not happy, not delightful. Tell me more. Then Tom describes, we lads of awful court, lads means boy. We boy of awful court do strive against each other. We fight with each other. Strive means fight, play with each other with cudgel, sticks. We have stick fightings, like to the fashion of the way of the apprentices. Apprentices means that practicing soldiers, learning soldiers. Sometimes the prince's eyes flashed, shined. He said, Mary, my goodness, that would not I mislike. Mislike means dislike. I will never dislike. I love it. Tell me more, tell me more. Now you see, the prince is curious to know the strange life at awful court. There is a life, a different life. There is a difference between prince's life and Tom's life. Prince understands Tom's life is full of freedom, no responsibilities. It's an easy life. But prince's life is full of responsibilities, not an easy life, and it does not have much entertainment. Entertainment. No Punch and Judy shows, no monkeys, no plays in the palace. The prince loves this free life, beggar's life especially. Then Tom further explains, we strive in races. We compete, strive. We compete in races. Races means running, foot races, to see who of us, which of us shall be the fleetest, fastest. There are some running races. We compete in these things. That would I like also, my dear. I love that too. I love that too. Now, Prince loves all of activities of the awful court boys. They are thrilling. They are thrilling activities. Then Tom further says, in summer, during summers, we wade and swim in the canals. Wade means walk. We walk and swim in the canals, waterways, and even in the river. Tom creates a very descriptive, natural image of freedom, pleasure, delight, entertainment. Each doth, everyone doth duck his neighbor and splatter him with water. We put our neighbors, our friends, under water. Sometimes we splatter, sprinkle water. Splatter means sprinkle water. Now Tom describes how they play, how they enjoy water games. These are water games. And we dive, we go deep into water. We shout and tumble, toss up everything. Then Prince finally say, it would be worth my father's kingdom. It is as valuable as my father's kingdom. I will offer my father's kingdom to enjoy it once. Now, Prince finally says, I would like to share my father's kingdom to enjoy your freedom, your life once. What is Prince's desire now? To be a beggar boy and to enjoy that freedom. It's a childish desire. Very childish, foolish desire. Okay. The prince does not know what will happen to him if he becomes a beggar boy. Then Tom goes on further. We dance and sing about the maypole. At Cheapside, maypole is a church festival, Christian festival, maypole festival. Sometimes we play in the sand. We play in the sand, each covering his neighbor up. Sometimes we make mud pastry. Mud. We play in the mud. Lovely mud. We do fairly well. We do fairly well. Fellow means play. Play in the mud, sir. Okay. Now, in this way, Tom explains the funny, entertaining, delightful nature of awful court life. Then the prince finally says, oh, pray thee. Right? Underline. This situation is very, very important. This is the exchange of clothes, how they change clothes. Oh, pray thee, please, say no me. Say no more, don't speak anymore. It's glorious, glorious, wonderful. Underline. If that I could but clothe me, if I can dress me, myself, in raiment, in clothing, like to thine, in clothing like yours, and strip my feet, remove my shoes. Strip my feet means remove my shoes and revel in the mud. Play in the mud once, just once. Now I want to remove my shoes. I want to dress like you and to play in the mud only for once, just once, with no one to rebuke. no one to rebuke, humiliate, or joke me, or forbid me, stop me. Meseems I understand. I could forego the crown. Forego means I can give up this crown. Crown means my princely life, my power. Now you see, this is change. This is the change in Prince's character, thoughts, and feelings after listening to Tom's story about Awful Court. Now he wants to be a bigger boy. He wants to play in the mud. He wants to play in the water. He wants to enjoy that freedom. Therefore, he is ready to get dressed like bigger boy in Tom's clothing and to enjoy that life. That is his wish. Then Tom also has the same wish. And if I that could clothe me once, sweet sir, if I can get dressed myself as thou art dressed, clad means dressed, as you are dressed just once. I also want to be a prince like you, my sir. This is Tom's innocent wish. Now their wishes go together. They can fulfill it easily. They can exchange their clothes and fulfill their private wishes. They do it. Oh, would like it? Would you like it? Then so shall it be. It will take place. Now the prince commands, doff thy rags. Remove your, doff means remove. Remove your dirty clothes. Don these. Don means dress. Dress these splendors. Splendors means princess clothing. Dress these beautiful clothing. Right. But it's only for a brief happiness, only for a short happiness. After that, we'll re-exchange. But we'll not be less keen for it, not for much interest for it. Keen means interest. We will have it. We will enjoy it while we may, as far as we can, and change again. Let's change again the clothes before anyone come to molest, interfere. Molest means interfere. Now they are trying to play in the cabinet a beggar's role and princess role by exchanging clothes. The prince thinks by getting into Tom's clothes, he can enjoy awful court life. It's a childish idea. A few minutes later, the little Prince of Wales was garlanded. Garlanded means dressed with Tom's fluttering odds and ends. Odds and ends, fluttering odds and ends means Tom's ragged clothes, dirty clothes. And the little Prince of Pauperdom. Little Prince of Pauperdom. Kingdom Pauperdom. Now, Tom is the Prince of Pauperdom. Pauperdom means the place of paupers, the country of paupers or beggars. Tricked out, dressed in. Tricked out means dressed in. The gaudy plumage. Gaudy means colorful plumage of royalty. Plumage of royalty means feathers of royalty. It means royal clothing. Plumage means feathers. Now Tom is dressed in princess royal costume. The two went and stood side by side before the great mirror. They stood before the great mirror, and lo, my God, a miracle. What a wonder. Miracle. Very wonderful thing. There did not seem to have been any changes. There is no change between them. You know, Prince and the Pope, Tom and Edward, they have the same physical appearance. Therefore, this exchange of clothes does not make any changes in their outward appearance. They look the same. They stared at each other. They looked at each other, then at the glass, then at the mirror, then at each other. Therefore, they check their changes, nothing. Finally, the prince is puzzled, wondered, puzzled, confused. He asks, "What dost thou make of this? What do you think of this?" "Ah, good your worship, my lord, require me not to answer. Don't expect me to answer this question. It's not meet. It's not good. Meet means suitable. It's not good that one of my degree, one of my level should utter means speak, should speak such a thing. Then will I utter it. Then I will speak it," the prince says. Now, prince questions, "Tom, what is your comment on our exchange of clothes?" "Oh, sir, I do not speak any comments. Don't expect me to speak such comments. I cannot do it." Because Tom knows he looks like the prince. The prince looks like the beggar. He is not brave enough to speak about it. "Okay, I will speak it. Thou had the same hair." Now, Prince Edward describes their similarities, equal qualities. What are their equal qualities? You have the same hair, same eyes, same voice, same manner, the same form, same shape and stature, same body shape, form and stature. You have the same face and countenance, same look, same facial expression, same face and countenance, appearance. That I have, bear means have. Fared we forth naked, if we are without breast, no one could say, which was you, which is Tom, which is Prince of Wales. There is no difference between us. You and I have the same physical features, same look, same appearance. We are like twin brothers. And now that I am clothed, now I am dressed as thou were clothed, as you are clothed. It seems I understand. I should be able more nearly to feel as thou. Now I can understand how you feel, how you felt when the brute soldier hit you. Now I can feel what you feel. Harky, hey, listen, is not this bruise? Bruise means some wound or hurt or some wound. What is this wound? In your hand? Now, this is the bruise. This is the wound created by the soldier at the gate when he tossed away Tom. Then Tom says, yes, it's a little small hurt or bruise. Don't worry. It's a slight thing. It's very simple matter. Slight means simple. You worship North. You know, my Lord, North means North, that the poor man, that innocent man at arms, that soldier at the gate, he hurt my hand. Don't care, sir. Peace, shut up. Now, Prince is angry. It was a shameful thing and cruel. It was very bad thing, shameful thing, evil thing. The stamping is barefoot. Hitting, stamping means hitting is barefoot. Barefoot means foot without shoes. Now the prince does not have any shoes. See the translation of this book. Read the translation for better understanding. If the king stir not a step, don't move till I come again. Don't move, stay here. I am going to the gate to punish the soldier. It's a command. Now, the prince is trying to go out of the palace in beggar's clothes to punish the soldier at the gate. This is too dangerous, but he does not know it. Without a royal costume, the prince has no power. Now you see, there is a great ironic situation, right? In a moment, he is snatched up and put away, underlined, an article of national importance. Write down. This is the Great Seal. The Great Seal. Note it down. The Great Seal. Article of national importance. Now, Prince hides the Great Seal. You will need this in future. Tom hides the Great Seal and runs to the gate. Right. Now, let's see the situation at the gate. Now, Prince is in Tom's clothing, beggar's clothing. He looks like Tom. The soldier at the gate mistakes the prince for Tom. He misidentifies. This creates very bad situation for the prince. Open the gates. Anba. Anba means unlock. Unlock the gates. Let me come out. Oh, it's the prince's voice. Princess command the soldiers open. The soldier that had maltreated, hurt Tom, obeyed promptly. Quickly. Obeyed quickly. And the prince burst through the portal, ran through the gate. Portal means gate. Half smothered, filled with, burning with, half burning with royal wrath, royal anger. Wrath means anger. The soldier fetched him a sounding box. The soldier gave him a sounding box. Great assault. Blow. Box means here blow on the ear. Now the soldier hits the real prince and sent him whirling, threw him whirling, turning into the roadway. Now this is the irony. The prince never expects such a treatment. Why? Because he thinks he is the prince, but he does not appear, look like a prince. Soldier is innocent. He does not know that the boy is really the real prince. The prince is a prince because of his costume. Take that. Take it. Your beggar spawn, little beggar. Beggar spawn means take it, your little beggar. It is for what you got me, what you gave me from his highness. Highness means prince. Because of you, the prince blamed me. Now, this is the return for it. Take this return. The crowd roared with laughter. People laughed. The prince picked himself out of mud. Now, prince is in the mud. Mud bath. Now he enjoys beggar's life. Just outside the gate. Poor prince. Now his foolish decision, childish decision of exchanging clothes punishes him now. He made fiercely, he ran angrily. Fiercely means at the sentry. Sentry means guard. I am the Prince of Wales. My person is sacred. I am the Prince of Wales. Hey, soldier, I am the real prince. I am a noble person, sacred. Thou shalt hang. I will kill you. Hang means killing by hanging. I will kill you for laying thy hands. Laying thy hand means for hitting me. I will kill you for hitting me. The soldier brought his halberd, took his weapon to present arms, next arms, and said mockingly, critically, he said, I salute you, gracious highness. I respect you, my dear prince. Then angrily he said, be off, run away. Thou crazy rubbish, you mad rubbish. You mad fool, run away. Now in this way, the prince is chased out of the palace. He runs. Here the jeering crowd close round the poor little prince, jeering, laughing people gathered around the little prince and hustled him, chased him. Hustle means chased him far down the road, hooting him, shouting at him, "Way for the Royal Highness, way for the Royal Highness, way for the Prince of Wales." Now, what happens finally? The prince is going to enjoy really the beggar's life because of his foolish, unwise decision. Now he has no return to the palace again. Now they exchange their clothes, and clothes also exchange their social positions. Clothes also exchange their social life. Now, beggar boy is in the palace as the Prince of Wales because of princess costume. And Edward is outside the palace as a beggar boy because of Tom's clothes. Now remember, Mark Twain says, clothes can make a man. Your clothes can give you a different identity. Therefore, clothing, dress code, way of dressing is very, very important to a person's character, like the education, right? Very, very important. That is the idea that Mark Twain gives us. Okay, now we have completely discussed the chapter 3. Please read it again and try to understand, try to remember what is happening there.